Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. Genesis 16, verse 3. God had promised Abram that his descendants would be a great nation. This sounded good, but there was only one problem. Sarai had no children. After the passing of 10 years, Abram and Sarai decided to solve the problem by resorting to a common practice of polygamy. And the result of this polygamous arrangement was tragic. If Abram and Sarai had only waited, they would have learned that God had a plan beyond their comprehension. The eventual birth of Isaac solved the problem, whereas the union with Hagar only created problems. How often by our impatience we create problems for ourselves? Dr. Joseph R. Sizu tells the following story. I recall very well an experience of the World War. We were at the front of the St. Mahilde sector. The order had come to advance. The artillery behind us was to pour ammunition on the area we were to take. Then, after a period of bombardment, the barrage was to lift and the infantry was to take possession of the territory. Orders were given to the infantry not to advance beyond a certain line, but to wait until the barrage had lifted. But the infantry advanced so rapidly and were so anxious to capture the whole area that they could not wait. In advancing far beyond the agreed position, they were shot down by their own artillery. Gradually, these casualties began to come back to the first aid stations, some on stretchers, some were limping. It was a pitiful sight. The enemy had not attacked them. The opposing artillery had not shelled them. They were impatiently advancing and been shot down by their own artillery. In some respects, it was one of the most tragic spectacles of the whole war. They were the casualties of impatience. They could not wait. Young people quit school and get a job because they just can't wait for financial security. Others marry before they are ready for marriage, and too often increase the divorce statistics because of that. Have you ever felt like God was taking too long to act, so you took matters into your own hands? Have you ever felt impatient waiting on the Lord, maybe thinking that you can help Him out and speed up the process? God helps those who help themselves, right? People of all ages precipitate crisis over issues that time and patience would have solved. Let us not be casualties of impatience. And as always, think on these things.